What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dmitry Bivol. Get this. Bivol on facing Beterbiev. He said, I'm very excited about unifying all the belts. The WBA lightweight champion Dmitry Bivol would love to get the opportunity to face Beterbiev or Aurtur Beterbiev, who holds the WBO, the WBC, and the the IBF titles at 175. Last Saturday night, that was a typo, at the Hulu Theater in New York's Madison Square Garden, Beterbiev demolished Joe Smith in 2 rounds, unifying their 3 belts. Smith was down 3 times and battered before the fight was waved off. Bivol, who a few years ago banked a dominant decision over Smith, who wants to become the undisputed champion at light heavyweight. He said, yes, of course, it's my goal, Bivol told Sky Sports. I watched the Beterbiev-Smith fight. As I said before, I am very excited about unifying all the belts in the division. Before a unification can happen, Beterbiev is likely headed to a mandatory defense against Britain's Anthony Yarde, who was ringside last Saturday in New York. Their respective promoters have already worked out the details for a potential fall fight in the UK. Beterbiev admits that he would rather fight Bivol than Yarde. Unification fights are more interesting, more motivating, Beterbiev said. I prefer a unification fight. I want to be undisputed, okay? And, you know, we have 2 guys actually from the same country, right? Bivol and Beterbiev, they're both Russian. They're excited about fighting each other. Okay. And the only thing that I see that stands in the way is not the mandatory. It's not the mandatory. It is the politics. You know, the politics of that is Bob Arum and DAZN. Where will it be? And that's the problem. That's why we had to see Haney and Cambosos on ESPN. Because if it wasn't for that, somebody had to give in. And Devin Haney did what was best for himself, which paid out. And I think that is because Bob Arum is very hard to deal with. A lot of these fights you look at, if you look at Bob Arum, they didn't happen. Mikey Garcia is supposed to fight Vasil Lomachenko. Manny Pacquiao is supposed to fight Floyd Mayweather years before they actually fought. You know, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, they should have fought years before. Now, you hear a lot of back and forth, but really, you look at guys like Bob Arum, old as he is, why would he care what network it's on? He would care because he's a businessman, and a lot of people are very, very territorial about what their fighters is able to do. People don't rarely get together for unifications unless it's the biggest fight in this decade. Okay, Maypac had to happen, but it had to happen with so many different sides coming together. Those parts to that puzzle had to be put together in order for that fight to actually happen, because it was too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Okay, now with Beterbiev, 37 years old, 37. I thought it was 36, but he's 37. He doesn't have time to mess around. So him fighting mandatories, that only takes more time. Okay. It only takes more time. That's his first fight. I think that's his second fight this year, unless he fought Marcus Brown last year. Had to be like late last year when he fought him. I'm not really sure. But you can only fight so many times, especially at an elite level, a year. So if we're looking at, see, that was in December when he fought Marcus Brown. So, you know, he's fought Joe Smith in June. Then he'll have another fight, which more than likely will be Anthony Yarde, you know, and Bob Arum's still sitting around like he's going to live forever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, oh, nobody watches DAZN, nobody this, nobody that. You know, for people talking like that, that's exactly why that fight won't happen. That fight should happen. 168 is unified. 154 is unified. 175 should be unified. Heavyweight division is supposed to be unified. Cruiserweight was unified. I mean, sorry, all those undisputed. All of those fully undisputed, fully unified. Okay, so 147, 160, 175, and the heavyweight division. I don't really care about cruiserweight, right? So those should be undisputed, total unification fights and bouts. That's what we need. We need one guy that has all the belts. So if somebody can dethrone that one guy, we have another introduction of a superstar in the division that has all the belts. So one belt can go to another belt. Okay, so Dmitry, I'm glad that he's on board to take on Aurtur Beterbiev and Beterbiev down to take on Dmitry Bivol. You guys tell me what you think about Dmitry Bivol's interest in wanting to be undisputed, as well as Aurtur Beterbiev. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.